This is Naresh on
Good
behalf
morning.
of Clever Studies YouTube channel. Hope many of you already know about me, right? So whoever joining first time, I think maybe I'm also new for them. But anyway, thanks for joining. We'll quickly discuss about the what exactly is the project and what we are going to do, then what you will learn out of this, how come it is useful for you, and how many days we will complete this project, and how much, what is the duration of each class. So what are all topics that we are going to cover? So we'll discuss at high level. We prepared one presentation. It will definitely give you a brief idea about it. First few minutes I will take a floor and try to explain the things what are all we are going to give you demonstration. At the end, you can ask us any questions whatever you have, right? So I think good to go, guys.
Yeah, shall we start?
All right, great. Let me share my screen. Let me know if you are able to see my screen so that we'll start quickly.
Yeah, Naresh, we are able to see.
Great.
Yes, Naresh.
Okay. Guys, a small note. So you have to be patient because this is a live session. Many people will join from the different stream. Okay. So we cannot expect everybody on a same level of expertise or same level of experience, right? So it could be maybe fresher or experienced from the other streams. You might have this kind of a project structure in different tutorials, maybe in online or offline or a paid or free. But um, what makes us different, I will try to give an idea so that you people come to know through this presentation. Okay, and I'm telling you this is a complete real time, which is not a you know example of some other stream. Okay, this is the project where we used to execute in our work companies. Okay, so by end of this project, right, you guys happily explain this project to any interviewer, and you can claim that experience also, right? So I hope we will try to explain in a layman terms, and our aim is to whoever going to enroll this project, so everybody is supposed to execute by their own. So we will try to help you if you stuck somewhere. Okay, and our working sessions are very much interactive, and you can ask any type of questions which falls under our discussion. In this session, I'm not going to explain the use case, but what I'm going to explain is what kind of project that we are going to do. What are all tools that we will use, right, to execute our real-time project. So those kind of information we'll try to explain in these sessions. Okay, this session is like we have just eight slides where you will get a full idea. As right, there are two kind of projects in the market, that is a batch oriented and streaming oriented, right? So if being a data engineer, you can choose any one or both. Okay, so let us say if you have a good experience, or if you want to climb your experience in batch, yes, you can explain batch oriented project. Or if you are already good at a streaming project, then you can explain a streaming oriented project. Okay, so there is no a guarantee or guarantee or importance that you should do both the projects, right? So some of candidates, or who are experienced guys, maybe having experience in stream oriented are batch oriented projects, right? There is no guarantee that you should do or you should work on both the projects, right? So here I will take an example of batch oriented because it is easy to understand, especially for the beginners, and so that we'll complete the process is, it is a real time happening process. Okay, it's not that we took an example and explaining. No, it is currently in the market which is running it. Okay, so if you see a picture, this is a cloud related, this is Azure cloud related. Pure it is not a pure on-prem project. Try to note that. Okay, and if you see from the source, we took an example of MySQL, and SFTP. There are two types of source that we chosen to take the data from the source to ingest into a cloud platform, which is Azure ADLS. This is completely a structured data, and we'll pull the data from the MySQL from the particular databases, and also we'll pull the files, raw files. Okay, those are also a structured format. What ETL tool we will use to ingest data from a source to our landing area, that is ADLS here. Um, we'll take the data from MySQL and SFTP in separate pipelines, ADF pipelines, and push the data into landing zone. So before that, we'll create 4 containers in ADLS. Okay, container name is landing and bronze and silver and gold. So don't get confused, because in some of the projects, we may also call it as landing. Instead of bronze, we may call it as raw. Instead of silver, we may call it as intermediate. Instead of gold, we may call it as curated. Okay. So don't get confused. So it's completely based on the company, what they decide. Okay. So here, for example, we just took a bronze, silver, gold terminology, but you can refer any name, which I just now explained, right? Now, so all the raw data will place in landing, whatever the sources, like we have two sources, right? MySQL and SFTP. So we'll get the data from both the sources and place into landing area. Okay. So landing area, you will get all the data, whatever is there in our sources, right? Now, once we get a landing area, data in landing area, we'll try to create some tables, that is the raw tables in bronze layer. We'll try to do some filtration activities. We'll tell you what are all filtration activities or a data enrichment activities or a data cleaning activity that we will do as part of this bronze and silver layer. We will try to explain as part of the project. But now what I'm saying is, from the files, that is a landing, we'll try to load the data into bronze. Same data, same kind of a data. Okay. So why we are loading the same data into bronze layer is, we are creating under tables on top of it, so that it is easy to create any data frame or to do any transformations. We cannot do a transformations or data frame on top of, you can say we cannot query the data from the, we can say from the raw files, right? So that we have to create a tables, especially in a raw zone, that is a branch zone, right? From the landing files. We'll explain one by one. Okay. Now, branch to silver. Okay. Branch to silver, we will do here some joins or mesh or uh, duplicate cleaning or column addition, deletion, or data type change or column name change. So all these things we will do that during the data transformations from branch to silver. Again, we are going to create some tables in silver layer, so that you will get a business, you know ready data. That means we can use these data or these tables and develop our business logics and get a, you know expected data in gold layer. Gold layer is a layer where we will get a, a ready-made data. Like a business can query the data and get their insights. So that data maybe goes to any other platform, or maybe reporting tools like Power BI or Tableau kind of things, right? So how this is happening? We are using here Databricks. In that Databricks, we will use PySpark and Spark SQL, okay, to do our data transformations or creating a tables or inserting a data, right? And how this will happen? It is happen due to Azure Data Factory. Okay. So, and here in this project, we are also using, see, we will follow all the real time tools which being used in a normal project, a general project, right? Uh, so if you see the screen where we are using Azure Key Vault, Logic App, Azure DevOps some part, and Azure Repo, and of course PySpark, and we will also show you how we have to do our cost management. Okay. I'm just giving you a couple of seconds or a minutes to you. If you have any question on the slides, please do let me know.
So when you say you are saving in this table, what kind of table? Is it Delta Live table or any particular SQL table where you are storing the bronze layer? After the bronze layer, where you are storing the data?
See, let me tell you, I don't know whether you have an experience in Databricks or not. So in Databricks, we have a workspaces, right? Or we can able to create
Correct.
a table, right? So we are not creating these tables in any, let us say, Azure SQL and all. No, we are not using any Azure SQL. We'll directly use Databricks. Okay. This table will be stored in a high meta store under Databricks. Okay, you know, right? In Databricks, if you don't specify a keyword called delta, it automatically creates the delta tables. You are aware, hope, correct?
Yes, yes, Naresh.
Yeah. So if we specify, then it won't create a delta table. So we'll discuss in detail in our sessions, live sessions, which when we start. Fine.
And second question is like whatever PySpark code you write, it will be integrated with the Azure DevOps and the repos, right?
Of course, of course.
Okay. So we'll
Yeah.
see end-to-end flow, like modular
Dep-
is all these things we'll see.
Yeah, yeah. So I will explain because this is a just architecture, right? You will do all, like you will see all the activity which we do in real time, right? You can claim this project as a real time project, right? That means we will do a parameterization, I mean dynamic variable pass, and it is completely automated. We will do all development in development area, and we will create a branches. We will push the code. We will get the pull request and get the confirmation, and finally, right, once we complete, or I can say logging, emailing, right, and finally we will deploy this code into you know other environments like test, UAT, or prod, anyone, right, from dev to prod, right? So this is how we follow in real time. And moreover, in real time, right, most of you already aware, we will do our project in agile methodology, right? This project also we are going to explain, or we can also involve you if you are interested to work along with us, and we will work together so that you will get a real time project execution feel, right? We will see the possibilities, like within that particular time how much we can able to cover. So we have a complete separate sprints. So let me go forward, and I hope we'll finish fast, and then many questions will get resolved. Then we will go for a Q&A session. Is that fine?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right, thank you. This project is more suitable for our students who are pursuing their final year, and non-cloud data engineers who want to move to Azure cloud. Right, there might be good experience in on-prem systems like a Hadoop or Talent or any ETL tool, right? So, but yes, this is a good opportunity. Learn this project and just get some experience in the cloud and then move. And other discipline IT employees who want to migrate their career to a cloud data engineer. Okay, they could be non-big data engineers, but they want to shift their career from let's say IT, or from non-IT to IT, from IT different stream to IT or a cloud. So for them also it is very much suitable. And who wants a real-time experience? I know majority of you guys already know these concepts like Azure end-to-end, or ADF end-to-end, or MySQL, or Python, Spark. So definitely you might have, majority of you guys already have a experience. I mean, in technically you may be good, but maybe you're lacking somewhere that real-time experience, like how it will happen, how our data engineers will do or will execute their projects in real time, right? So this is a gap that we identified, and because I also came from the same situation, I know if and but, so I want to fix that issues, or I want to solve that gap. If you are able to complete this project, okay, by your own, I'm sure you will do it, because we will explain layman terms. Okay, definitely you will get this project by your own. Okay, first you just follow us and then do practice. Okay, so you can explain this project once you do in your interviews also. Okay, no need to worry, right? And let's jump into other. As I told you, we complete follow Agile methodology. Like we will plan the things. We'll show you. We already did the plan. We already did the design. Of course, we did a one round of development, and also we will do a testing. We don't have a testing team, but yes, we will do a unit testing. We'll try to give you that flavor how a tester will do a testing, right? And how we deploy. Not exactly a developer we will deploy. Please note that we have a separate infra team. In every company, have a separate infra team. Infra team could be a DevOps team or a Azure administrator, right? So they will deploy our, all our deliverables. Okay, if you plan it, then they will deploy it, right? So, but here we have a DevOps engineer or we have a Azure administrator um, in our Clever Studies team. So he will help us how to deploy our code in real time, right? By using Azure DevOps. Of course, review will see every sprint. We will review what we did and what went well, what not went well. So these and all Scrum calls, right? We generally discuss at the end of the sprint Scrum calls or review sessions, a retrospective. So these kind of discussions we will do a couple of minutes after completing our development in each class or each sprint, right? If time permits, definitely we'll try to explain. So that you will get a complete real-time flavor, right? So and we'll just to give you a small example. So this is what Azure DevOps, especially in real time in companies, how we follow is similar to this. Let us say we have divided all our this project execution task into 8 sprints. See here, first two sprints are completely infrastructure setup and also connectivity, and rest all majority are development testing. These are the sprints, we can call it as the sprints. Okay, each sprint you might have an idea that each sprint in real time or in general, duration is 2 weeks to 4 weeks. It depends on the project duration. It depends on the, we can say, project scope, right? So we will call that we have 8 sprints. Each session we can consider as a one sprint. One session is approximately maybe 2 hours only in weekends. How we, how we divided our task. Like, these are the sprint headlines, but there are user stories under each sprint. I don't know whether how many of you know this way of doing. This is the way of doing a project in real time. Okay. So let me just open. See, this is a project execution plan. So we mentioned how we follow from this day session one, like prerequisites and sprint one. Sprint one will start from 4th November. Okay, so sprint one, these are the user story one, user story two, user story three, right? So we divided tasks. So these are the tasks that we are going to complete as part of sprint one. Okay, and then sprint two. This is on of Saturday, Sunday only. Okay, only Saturday, Sunday, right? So sprint two, again, these many user stories that we want to cover as part of the sprint two. Okay, same way, sprint three, all the user stories. These are all user stories. Sprint four, sprint five, sprint six, unit testing or testing. Okay, sprint seven. This is as again, for once we complete the development now, we try to arrange all things to migrate from sorry to deploy code from dev to test or UAT or prod, right? So these are all arrangements, right? So these are the user stories. And finally, deployment. So it could be end in on 26th November. So these are the user stories. So these are just, I can say, what we followed. Okay, what we generally follow in upcoming sessions. So this is the breakup. Don't worry, we'll share this execution plan and presentation for the candidates whoever is going to enroll, right? So this is the breakup for these sprints. What are the prerequisites for executing this project, right? So you should have a valid Azure subscription. right? You should have a valid Azure subscription, and don't create a- don't create your account right now. Okay, better you create your account by using a credit card one day before of our session starts, so that you will get a 30 days, right? Otherwise, unnecessarily you will lose these days, right? So when you're going to create your account, please create your account one day before our session. All right. So that you will save some time and amount. And of course, you should have some fundamentals of Azure. That means ADF, ADLS, or Databricks, these kind of things, right? And basic knowledge of Python, SQL, Spark basics, and all is expected. Don't worry, and we are not going to write a complex queries. We Because this project aim is not to teach you, you know, writing a queries or a complex query, which you can say, because we are not solving, let us say, a problem by writing some code, right? No, we will do transformations, whatever required for this project. But the main agenda is for this project is we should know how a real-time project will execute. So that is the agenda, right? So our focus is also on that area, right? Rest all, you know, in a second priority. Of course, in the beginning, you may feel that it is little tough, but it is not. So you just follow us just 1 month, only 2 days per week. And coming to project duration, as I informed, 2 hours per day. It is approximately okay. So 4 weeks. So that means 16 hours to 18 hours. Why I said 18 hours? If time permits, if our team and me are available, we will also conduct one more bonus session to solve your any questions. After completing these 4 weeks also, we will see if many of you needed any help executing this project by your own. We will try to uh, you know arrange one session, that is one hour or 2 hour based on the requirement. Then we will try to guide you. Okay. And yes, the timing are 9:30 a.m. IST to 11:30 a.m. starts from 4th November. Okay. So we have it still 2 weeks of time from the day today, and you just go through the prerequisites. We will help you out what and all you have to brush up your skills, so that if you're ready when we start this online classes, right? So it is easy for you also just follow us and then do on the go, right? And yes, recorded sessions or materials, whatever we are going to provide, will be shared through a Google Drive. So when you enroll, right, we will capture your email ID and we will give you access for that folder. So we request you to download the materials, whatever we are going to, or videos, we can say recorded videos, whatever we are going to share with you into your local disk. Okay. So you please try to download those videos, or recorded sessions and keep for your reference, right? These videos may be available in our YouTube in a premium content, okay, in future. But to avoid to pay that amount, better you anyway you are going to pay some amount as part of enrollment. Better you download when you get free of cost, right? So we won't give you a guarantee that that folder is exist in anytime. No. So but 1 month it is for sure it will be exist complete November month. So meantime you please download those videos which we are going to record. Okay. And this is very important slide, we can say. Uh, what are all we cover as part of this project? I already explained at high level, but in written, you just see here. So how to set up a required infra for Azure project development that you will learn, and establishing the connection between on-prem and to cloud, and how to create main dev collaboration and future branches in Azure for version control, updating the development progress in ADF board under assigned user stories for each sprint. So this we will use Azure DevOps. Okay. ADF board, you will see what is ADF board. Just now I showed you one slide, right, where we have a all sprints and all, right? So that is the one. Okay. We'll definitely see this in real time. Okay. We'll help you and we will show you how we will do. So me, my colleagues will, practically show in our working sessions. Okay, and we'll create Azure pipelines and also triggers to automate the workflows, and how to create a pull request and get approval for the same. So these and all we will see, and creating PySpark and Spark SQL code in Databricks notebooks and executing it through a Azure data pipeline. Right. So this is a also important step. And parameterization. So we are not following the manual. Like I want to go with a parameterization, how it happens in a actual project in the data domain, right? So we'll pass all the values dynamically from the input metadata table. So apart from the normal tables, we are also create some tables which is used for insert metadata and also for logging purpose. We will log all the uh, updates. Where if a pipeline fails, then why it got failed, and if pipeline succeeded, then related details will store in a logging table. We'll show you all these things. So it's completely a metadata driven, right? So there's no manual. That's what we are going to cover. Of course, logging, as I told you, logging is very much important, and email alert and how to check error logs when a job failed. So this will, you can see these also is part of our sessions. And this is very important. So till logging and email alert and checking error logs is actually a data engineer's scope. But when this comes, like how a project will be deployed in real time, yes, this is optional for a data engineer. I'm again telling you, it is not mandatory. If you have a knowledge on this, like deployment also, it is well and good. If not, no need to worry, because this task will be done by a Azure administrator or DevOps engineer, right? Or we have a separate team in companies. Especially my company, we have a separate infra team who will deploy the project. I no need to do. I can involve. So because I have to help them by giving the deliverables, right? What are all we have to deploy? Those kind of information we will do. So, but in these sessions, we will see how a project will be deployed from dev node to prod. So yes, as I told you, we will execute this project completely a sprint manner. But a real project, a real-time sprints, a valid or a duration, minimum 2 weeks to 4 weeks. But our sprints, due to time constraints, we cannot continue this to one year, right, or 6 months, right? That is why we'll consider 2 hours as a sprint and try to complete, in 8 sprints. That means 8 into 2 hours, somewhere 16 hours. And any doubt clearing sessions that will be added extra if required. Okay. So we'll take one domain, that is FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. So I'm not saying that you will get a full domain knowledge, but yes, this is also maybe added some advantage to you to understand the project and to understand the use case and to execute the flow, right? So this and all we will cover, or you will learn from these sessions, right? And I hope we are covering majority portion where you can happily explain these things in an interview and get through. And finally, I have to introduce my team. Senior data engineer, that is me. You're aware, if you go through my LinkedIn profile, you come to know where I worked or how much experience I have and what are all certifications I done, and when I started the channel and how many live classes that took, and what is the content that I generally create. So we have a dedicated Azure administrator and who is deploy the projects in real time and in one of the MNC company. And we also have a cloud data engineer. We can help us end-to-end flow, especially in development side. So this is a team that going to involve explaining this real-time project. To save your time, I chosen some links from the websites. You just directly go through these slides or links and get a, you know, you can learn these like let us say Python, SQL, Azure. If you are not good at that area, you please go through these links. You will find, I will show you one by one. Don't worry, right? So you no need to search by your own in YouTube and get confused. No, not required. You just follow this link and just brush up your skills. So what are the link that you're seeing here is useful for our project execution. So kindly go through, and I will share this document whoever is going to enroll this project. So we have to set up a MySQL server and SFTP setup. And also, as I told you, right, how to create a free rel account. So these are all links. You simply click the link and go to the respective, video or material so that you will get a full clarity. So generally, how many years of experienced cloud data engineers can execute this kind of project in real time? You might have this question, right? Yes, 2 to 3 years experience. If you have 2 to 3 years experience, yes, you can execute this project, or just follow us. If you are able to execute this project by your own, then you may be considered as the same level of experienced data engineer. That what does it mean? So if you are able to execute this project your own by seeing our videos, then after end of this project, you can claim you are having 2 years, minimum 2 years experience. Because I know many of my teammates are, you know, just having 2 to 3 years experience who are part of our project, a real-time execution project in the company. They can able to do their own. So once you do this project, you feel like you are a 2 to 3 years experience guy, right? And shall we explain this project in our future interviews for cloud data engineer role? Yes, absolutely. You can explain, but you have to add some of your flavor. Okay, like you know, maybe client name you have to change, or project scope you may change, and you can add your own words. Okay, that your wish, right? But you can explain the art or whatever that we are going to do. And so, what is the project use case? Well, so project use case, that is not that much important as of now, because why I'm saying this word is aim is to do a project end to end, right? Use case could be anything, right? However, we will give you a brief introduction about the project use case on 4th November. That is an introductory and sprint one session, right? So that you will get familiar. It's not a big deal at all. It is a small use case, but very good insights. Okay, what the course fee and how to enroll the sessions. So guys, as I told you, we are we are not here to earn money. I'm telling you. Um, so that is where we come up with a very affordable. That why we are putting that nominal fee is, right? We have to spend out of our working hours, right? So every day we are spending 2 to 3 hours to come up with this. And not only me, right? My team also. So at least we have to compensate, right? So nothing will come free. In the YouTube description, you will see the enrollment form, so that you simply enroll for this, right? Let me show you one example. So let me just open. See, this is the enrollment. A very simple. The fee is just it is very nominal, just 2,000 rupees. I know it is less as compared to the market, and or if you are from abroad, just $25. That is equivalent to 2,000. Okay. So this form you have to submit only when a payment successful. So how you have to do? Let us say I will write Naresh, and my WhatsApp number, let's say 90, and email ID, let's say cleverstudies outlook.com. I'm from India, and choose anyone. So only we have one option. If I'm from India, then I will choose this. If I'm from abroad, I will choose this. So you can choose anyone. Let us say I have a scanner. Simply next. So you can scan and make sure you should update your transaction ID. Okay. So transaction ID. Okay. Let us say this, and just submit. That's it. It will come to me. So make sure your email ID should be correct. Okay. Otherwise, you won't get the you know, meeting links, right? So be careful when you are writing your phone number as well as the email address, so that I will send you a meeting invite on your registered email ID. Okay, that's it. It is a just a 1 minute process, and then you will get an access for this folder. So we have a folder, Clever Studies Azure Project November 23. Whatever the recorded videos will come here, because you will get, whoever is going to enroll will get access for this folder, right? So it is very simple. Um, and meanwhile, what I will do, okay, yeah, I think I'm open for the questions.
Hi Naresh, I have a
Hello,
question.
may I
Hello.
know your name?
Yeah, my name is Tripti.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I don't. I have 3 years of experience, but not in the big data term. So I just and I also don't. I have the knowledge of Spark and SQL, but I don't have some knowledge on the Azure Data Factory. So can I join this project and I get some hands-on? So like, is it suitable for me as well?
Yeah. So let me tell you, actually, I'm also from you can say on-prem because we did a projects on on-prem, and now doing a project, real-time project in Azure in my company. You know how, uh, if I want to learn some new stack, now how I will learn? I will start, working on the use case with a small by dividing into small activities. So it's kind of a reverse engineering, right? So let us say I want to copy data from MySQL to Azure or ADLS. Then I will see some videos are in YouTube, and then okay, I have to learn this copy activity, and yes, I have to learn to create SHIR. I had to learn to create a data set. I had to create a integration runtime, right? Or linked services. So they will explain clearly, in order to pull data from a source to ADLS, you have to learn this. Then I will note down those things. And first I will learn that, okay, how to create a data set. What is data set? And how to create an integration right now. Where we have to use self-hosted, where we have to use auto-resolver. So those guys will explain us. Then I will go and learn that. Then I will come back and do that exercise. Like that, bits and pieces I will learn. So to answer your question, right? Yes, you you happily join the course. But before that, since you have a 2 weeks time now, go through this sheet. See here. Not only for this project, guys. See, if you go to YouTube and search now, you will get a lot of YouTube channels. Definitely you will confuse, right? So in order to save your time, I have taken some of the important or useful YouTube links. Free or paid. See, majority are free only. And you no need to pay single NP for this course, right? So SQL, you can take any one and learn. Python, you can go through any one, and PySpark. So here our channel is also there, and on top of it there are other channels you can learn from, from these channels. Okay. Then Azure. See, especially for you, whoever is asked this question. So you can just follow one or two YouTubers so that you get, I think 2 weeks is sufficient to get a basics, right? So go to just follow the videos of their playlist, and then get ready. And of course, Hadoop, Hive, you know, these and all not required for our project, but in future maybe it is required. So everything is there. Okay, cloud, non-cloud, you just simply use this. Fine. Am I answered your question?
Yes. So could you please give some topics like what are the upcoming weeks? What are the topics of needed first in the Azure Data Factory so that I can learn on those topics first?
Okay, first let me tell you. Let us say you Office
Yes.
Studios. Okay, yeah. See here. So
Yes.
first, let us say 20-30 videos will cover the basics. Okay. So you no need to see a use case, because anyway we are going to explain complete use case. So just watch every day 2 to 3 videos. Within 2 weeks, you will definitely cover 40-50 videos, which will cover your basics. You got it, right? Those are sufficient for our project. You got it?
Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
Good. Yeah. Any questions?
Yeah, hi Naresh, Anand this side.
Yeah, hi.
Uh, Actually, I have a question. You said that prerequisites are like Spark, SQL, and all those things.
Mhm.
But what I want to ask is, do we have to learn this logging also in Python?
See, no. So, see, because we haven't started it, so you may feel that when I use the terminology, we are using very complex. No. So, if you know SQL, you know
Yeah,
SQL.
SQL, PySpark.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
I know.
Just a SQL with Spark. That is,
Okay.
creating a data frame, creating data
Yes.
frame. That's it. If you know the SQL, if you know a SQL insert query, that is enough. Okay. Definitely, you will feel you can easy once we are completing this project. Okay, especially a development part. Okay, just stay with us, and we are here to
Okay.
help you if you stuck somewhere. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Any questions?
Hi Naresh,
Hi
this is
Naresh,
Charan.
this is
Yeah, one by one. We
so,
will take all your questions. Don't worry. Yeah, one by one.
Okay,
Yes, guys.
hi Naresh. This is Charan here. Uh, can you please explain me like how a little bit about how we can showcase this project in our interviews and all? So that interviewer should not think that we don't have any prior experience on this, because I am not from big data background. I am from software development background, so I'm little bit nervous or something to portray this project as my previous experience.
I understand. So first of all, can you please tell me how many years experience you have?
I have 2 years experience in software development,
Okay.
React
Okay.
JS and front end
Yeah,
development.
yeah. Very good, yeah. So because if you are working front end and back end, definitely you are good at some you can say language. I'm sure you won't ask the same question after completing these sessions.
Okay, okay,
You will get a feel that you did a project, a real-time project after completing these sessions.
okay. I
Okay,
can just claim any client and I worked for this project. That's enough.
that's it. Very important is you have to execute this project by your own. Then only you will get that level of confidence. Okay,
Okay. And
that
one
will
more
help
thing.
you. Mhm.
Yes, yes. I want to execute this project, but one more thing. My Microsoft, this Azure account got already expired because I was trying these things before. So my 30 days got expired. So I have to go pay as you go version only, right? Or
So
I can use
what I
another
what
credit
I
card.
noticed is like during our workings, so it will take minimum 15,000, right? It will consume minimum 15,000 because in my account we are seeing currently for 3 weeks it consumed almost 12,000. So for 1 month, definitely it will consume to execute this project by your own. It will consume somewhere 12,000 to 15,000. So I
Oh,
strongly suggest find someone in your circle who is having a credit card. They will just charge you 2 rupees, right? 2 Indian rupees,
yes,
and
yes,
they
yes.
won't charge you without your notice. So utilize that. Create one more email ID. Use one more phone number. Use one more credit card, and get it done by free. Why you want to pay 15,000?
Yeah. Means
Getting
even
me?
like even if we go for 1 or 2 hours a day and we switch off all the we
No, no,
delete
no.
all our resources,
Yeah,
still
yeah.
it
We
won't
did
work.
that exercise. We did the exercise. But what is the consuming, highest consuming is storage. When we go with a storage account, ADLS, that is a
Yeah.
70% to 80% cost that will incurred. Okay. So
Oh,
we cannot avoid,
oh,
right? We can complete this project without storage. Am I right?
you need ADLS, right?
Of course. That is a key. That is a core
Yeah.
requirement. So strongly suggest you find some credit
Oh,
card and then do it. Okay.
correct. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you very
Okay.
much.
Right, right. Guys, any other questions?
Hi,
Hi,
Naresh.
Naresh.
Hi, hi. One by one.
Yeah, this is Shankar.
Yeah.
So actually, when attending interviews, sometimes panel is going too deep actually. So what is
Mm,
your table names? What is your partition columns?
mhm.
How you are doing incremental loading? Okay, these things we are struggling to answer sometimes. We answer, but Uh, when some next question is asked, we are struggling actually in that area.
Understood.
So
So again, same answer for you also. So 90% of your doubts or questions will be solved after end of this project. Believe me. Still, if you have, definitely we'll discuss in a doubt clearing sessions. Fine.
so this project would be like, so I'm not looking for actual data, but it is a real time project, right? I have
Correct.
saw some YouTube projects where some movie databases and all those things
No, no,
recommendations.
no, no.
Yeah, yeah, that would be fine. So whenever we see the project, if we say movie kind of thing, they'll
No.
simply
This
identify
is
this
not
is a
movie
demo
related.
project.
I told you, right? FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. Okay.
Okay.
And moreover, I'm
Yeah,
telling you that is a second priority. Okay. And use case is not a mandatory. If you have a good use case and after completing this project, now you take your own, you take a challenge and try to solve by your own that use case. You can get the use cases from the Kaggle or from any other resumes. Okay. Got it.
yeah,
So we
yeah.
have to, we should be act as some story creator, yeah. So, I told you, right? If you go to hospital, a doctor won't give you same medicines to everyone, right? So you have to create your own story,
Right,
correct?
right. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But don't worry,
no,
don't worry.
yeah,
We will try to discuss this topic at and last sessions. Okay?
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Naresh.
yeah. Next.
Hi Naresh, this is Anusha.
Yeah,
So I
Insha.
want to know what type of use cases you want to cover in this project.
Yeah, Anusha. So as I told you, right, we'll definitely disclose. So I just explained the domain name that is fast moving consumer goods. Use case, if you ask me how much it is important, out of 5 rating, I can say 3 out of 5. Use case is 3 out of 5 important. And what is more important is a flow, a real-time project execution flow, how it will happen, how we will do, how a data engineer will follow or execute. That I can give a 5 out of 5. Okay, the use case will remains change, right? So let us say if this course is joining 100 or 150 members or 200 members, what if same people will get the call from the same from the same company. If you try to explain this use case, you and your colleagues or somebody friends also, what interviewer will think? Just assume. So I recommend you to try to use same or change a little bit and convert that use case as a your project. Okay, so you will get
Mhm,
so many projects or use cases in online, okay, for free of cost. So
mhm,
don't worry, use case we will explain, but that is not that much priority. Okay.
mhm. Why I'm asking because so I know all the services in the Azure cloud how to create the Databricks
Hmm.
workspace and the ADF pipeline and the storage account and all these things. So
Hmm.
I'm looking for the if they will ask me the question, explain about end to end or how you have developed the ADF pipeline. So we should be able to explain in proper way. It take the one example and we have to explain, right? That's why I'm asking.
Then you please wait till the end of our sessions. Definitely you will get
Mhm,
it.
mhm,
That's what our sessions will give you full clarity and you will
mhm.
find the answers in that. Still, if you have questions, definitely we'll try to answer.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Anil this side.
Yeah, Hanan.
Yeah. So Naresh, I just wanted to check, like, since you are telling it's a real-time project, so what
Mhm.
exactly can be the size of the data set which we'll be using? Like,
A
just
very
a
good
general.
question. Very good question. See, again, data size, if you ask me, I will give you 4 out of 5, right? Rating. What I'm saying is, we'll use mostly free trial accounts to execute our end-to-end pipelines and where storage cost is very high, right? So data size is very less. Less is maybe in MBs. Okay. So as I told you, this is a project where you will learn the flow. Okay, how a project will be executed in real time. But yes, Just now I told you, right? Each sprint in general 4 weeks, sorry, 2 weeks to 4 weeks in real time. But here we are considering each sprint as 2 hours, right? So you cannot explain that I did a project where sprint duration is 2 hours, right? So you should replace the 2 hours with the 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks based on the project, right? So that is one. The second one is data size. We will explain by taking a sample data, not a GBs, TBs data, right? Let us say if our data set, each data set is having 2 MB, 3 MB, or 5 MB, you have to say that, yes, we have a maximum size is 5 GB or 10 GB or 500 MB or 1 GB. In real time, you can explain like this. Nobody will ask you. Okay, let us say in our case, we are creating, let us say, 8 to 10 pipelines. Example. So in real time, since here there are only two sources, maybe in real time many sources, right? So data are also very huge. For each source, you may find one pipeline, right? So, and each layer, let us say in real time, you may find more than 50 or 100 ADF pipelines, right? These and all you have to replace with our actual terminologies, right? You cannot use as it is. No? You cannot say we are using two sources or we are using only 8 pipelines. No. So here is your intelligence will come into the picture. You have to explain this way. Okay, got it?
Yeah, Naresh. Just
Yeah.
one last question from
Mhm.
my side. When we say like Databricks, will we be covering the utility catalog in the Databricks or how it is?
So okay, so much. I mean, very good question. Actually, uh, me and my team is having very good experience in Unity catalog because we are implementing the same in our companies. Um, but unfortunately, we are not covering because that is completely separate topic. Okay, that is a it is a time consuming. Okay, so we cannot complete that in a session, one or two sessions. It is,
Makes
but
sense,
sure,
Naresh.
in upcoming sessions or upcoming projects, definitely we will put this topic. Unity catalog is a separate data governance that you know, right? So it is very
Yes.
important, guys. Unity catalog is very important um, in going forward. In near future, you won't see Hive Metastore in Databricks. Okay, very soon Databricks Hive Metastore will be replaced with the Unity catalog or Metastore. Okay, so but no need to worry. That is not mandatory as of now, especially for the learners who is going to join the companies with this experience. Mm, Presently, companies are started implementing Unity catalog. So, but very soon, within next 1 or 2 months, we will conduct a different sessions for Unity catalog, especially. I mean, data governance part, that is very important, where we will cover um, Azure Active Directory related and access related RBAC, role based access, and Unity catalog UC. So we will have a separate session for that. Don't worry. Right? Am I answered your question?
Yeah, Naresh. Thank you.
Great. Yeah.
Hi Naresh, this is Arvind. Just a
Hi.
question on a top of that. Most of the questions will be based on a memory constraint issues. So are we going to cover those topics? I mean, memory constraint errors. If we get a memory constraint errors, how we will be solving those?
First of all, Arvind, I will tell you. So I don't know whether you have an experience in on-prem. Yes, if you are experienced in on-prem, let us say by using Spark projects, where we used to see some errors because of this memory in insufficient memory failures. But whereas when we are using Azure or Databricks cluster, there is an options spin up or scalable, right? Based on the
Okay.
load, it will increase, scale up or scale down. But that option we are not going to cover as this is a demo project, right? We won't see that kind of errors. But of course, though we are working on the real-time project, right? Very rare, because very rare you will see a memory constraint errors. Very rare. Out of, let us say, if a pipeline run 100 times, you will see only one time failure with because of that memory insufficient memory. Okay, that too if you are not opted for a scalable cluster. If you opt for the scalable cluster, then you won't see that kind of errors, right? But yes, in real-time project, you can explain this case also. We are not covering that area because our data is not that much use and we are using a free trial. Okay, we are not using a paid version. Okay, we are not allowed to create multiple clusters. We will go with a single node. You are aware, right? That is a limitation from Azure for the free trial, right? But you will know the context.
Uh, okay, Naresh. Currently, I'm working as a ETL developer. Like, have
Mhm.
just learned the on-premise Hadoop clusters and everything, but yeah, I
Mhm.
don't have any idea on the cloud part. I
Mhm.
just want to start with this project itself. Thank you, Naresh, for that.
You are welcome. No worries. You can start. Believe me, we might spend so much money for many, useless things, right, in our day-to-day life. But 2000 is, I can say, very less amount as by my knowledge, as compared to the competitor, and but where you will get a complete real-time experience. You will feel definitely this amount is very less after completing these sessions. That is for sure. Okay, believe me, definitely it will use. It will help. It will very much useful for you to get a job, and not only getting a job. So try to understand. Don't read or don't learn any tools in software only for the sake of getting a job. Okay. So what if after getting a job, then they will consider you as a 2 to 3 years experience, and directly they will allocate a project to you. If you're not able to deliver, then they may be under impression that you put some fake experience and you joined it. There is a chance of laying out, right? So better, if you do this project by your own, you can happily start project from the day one when you join the company, okay, without any doubts, right? So with full confidence you can go ahead and execute the project, right? And yeah, that is the what I want to share with you guys. I think I'm done. Still, if you have any questions, please let me know. I will take a last question if you have. If not, we will close. Any questions?
Yeah, no, like not a question, but like before we just close off the call, like can you share that roadmap Excel sheet which you had shared a few time back?
Uh, yes, yes. So if you see Anil, this is
Yeah.
available. This is available in a drive. I told you, right? This is available in a
Okay,
drive.
okay, okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoever is going to enroll
Understood.
now, I will give you an access for this folder directly. You can download it
Okay.
and just to go through. So all these sheets will be available for whoever is going to enroll. That is what I'm saying. If you decided to enroll this course, better you enroll now itself, so that you will get a access. But please allow me minimum 1 day time. Uh, if I am available immediately, instantly, I will I will give you an access. If not, just give me a 1 day time so that I will give you access after your payment. Okay. So
Sure. Man. Yeah.
uh, then you can start using these links where this is completely handy. Okay.
Yeah, Naresh. Yeah.
Great. Guys, anything else? I think we are good to close the call. Hope I think we explained in detail. And yes, the rest of the things we'll meet in our first session. That is on 4th November, Saturday. And please be utilized. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice day.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you, Naresh.
Thank you so much.